the shape of an A at Bastianini. Here is how the grid lines up then. Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez and Pecco Bagnaia on the front row. We remind you, Alex Marquez does not serve along that penalty until tomorrow's Grand Prix.
He's from the front of the grid then in pole position. There he is on the 72 bike, 73 and 63 alongside him on the front row of the grid. Lights out, and we're racing in the sprint here in Spielberg. Massive wheel spin for both Bagnaia and going to keep himself at the moment inside the top 20. There's Bagnaia. Bezzecchi's lost the lead as well. Alex, it is that leads. Marc now immediately up from fourth into second, but an absolute disaster for Bagnaia from this tricky downhill braking zone into turn 4. Was that Binder getting aggressive on the inside of Ralph Fernandez? He was coming through with Fernandez, liked it or not. Yeah, Jorge Martin having run off at the chicane on the first lap, he's starting to recover ground. He's just picked off Mir for 15th place. Of course, that's a point in the Grand Prix tomorrow, not so in the short.
Brad Binder also has that same track limits warning, but Acosta's thoughts at the moment are only on closing in on the two Ducatis ahead of him, and so far he's doing it.
15 points he collected in the Grand Prix of Czechia, his best Motogp weekend of his career so far, and he's doing another fantastic job. He's only a second actually behind Marco Bezzecchi.
He's now over a second behind Marc. Bastianini now attacking. He lost that place to Aldeguer a couple of laps ago. The beast.
This is very much game on at the front of this sprint. This is now about the third or fourth lap in succession where Marc has had the upper hand in terms of pace compared to Alex.
Super run out of the chicane. He was already up alongside and ahead of Alex Marquez before he brakes for turn 3, and the World Championship leader seizes control of the sprint.
Well, that means throughout this season he's the master at time management, isn't he, Marc Marquez? In the sprint or the longer format of the Grand Prix, there is nobody better in those crew ahead of Alex. This is Morbidelli getting it all wrong down the hill into turn 4 as he was hot in pursuit of Quartararo, two factory Hondas. Quartararo versus Martin. There's confirmation of the track limits warning coming up for 93. Marc on the inside goes Martin. That's lovely. This is brilliant. 10 back to Bezzecchi. Last lap underway though here in Austria, and Marc Marquez is poised to take, albeit a sprint victory here in Spielberg. It would be his very first time. He won the Grand Prix success though here tomorrow, but he wins third on the factory KTM. Marco Bezzecchi from pole position was never really a threat, was he, for the podium in that 14-lap battle. He's fourth at checker flag.